Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Katarina. As you can see from the title, I will be going on a no-buy and today we will talk about it and also drink some coffee. I am going to be doing a beauty replacements only no-buy, and today I want to talk about my reasons why I'm going to do this no-buy and also my rules. And I will say this is not my first no-buy. In 2019 I went on a year-long beauty replacements only no-buy. But after that, it has been changing a little bit. There has been times when I have really slipped back to my old shopping habits, but then I have been doing some different low buys and shorter no buys, and I have a playlist full of no buy content, so I will leave it down below if you want to check it out. But something that I have been thinking about recently is that, considering the fact that it has been 5 years since I went on this low buy, no buy makeup rehab journey, I feel I should be further where I am right now, and because of that I feel it's time to take the next big step and do another longer term no-buy. So that's what we are going to be talking about today. So let's first talk about my reasons why I think at this point the only right thing for me to do is to go on a no-buy, and it all really comes to the fact that I don't love makeup anymore. And I think it is something that you can see when I talk about it, when I do it. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate makeup, I quite enjoy it. I enjoy getting ready in the morning, and for me makeup is a way to express myself, express my style, and also it is a tool to help myself feel more beautiful. But considering the fact that I just truly don't love makeup anymore as much as I once did, I think I wear it too much, I think about it too much, I own too much of it, and I spend too much money on it. And I want to break that down a little bit. I think the first part of this is that I do wear too much makeup, and this really comes down to project panning, and I'm not going to quit my project pans. I think it is still at this point really helpful for me. However, for a while now I have had this feeling that I don't wear makeup for real life, but instead I wear makeup for YouTube and for project pans. The fact is that if you want to make progress on your project pans, it helps if you wear makeup regularly and if you create heavier makeup looks. So the heavier the eyeshadow look, the more eyeshadow you're going to use, versus if you're going to skip eyeshadow altogether or do something extremely natural, which is what I often would like to do. However, because I'm so focused on my project pans, I tend to create heavier makeup looks when I really want to, and I do think that is kind of like an issue. I feel that is not a healthy mindset to be in. The point of makeup for me is not to make progress on project pans. The point is and should be to express my style, and just heavy makeup is not part of my style anymore. Of course, like if I feel I wear too much makeup, I probably shouldn't be buying more of it. So that's like one part of the no-buy. I want to start going towards a more minimal makeup style. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to wear makeup at all. However, this is something that I have talked about, that I would like to find a signature look, so a similar type of makeup look that I would do every day. Maybe depending on a day and my mood and my outfit, I would change the color of the lipstick. But especially when it comes to eyeshadow, the time when I would do something creative with it, those times are over. Because honestly, I feel a more subtle neutral look just looks way better on me. Far away in future, when I have been using the collection that I have, when they expire, I think I probably could be okay with one eyeshadow palette or even one quad. The another thing is that I think about makeup too much. Before my 2019 no-buy year, I used to buy a lot of makeup, and I was thinking about buying makeup a lot. I used to scroll brand websites and different online stores. I used to watch so much beauty content on new releases. When it was my payday, I went and did huge hauls, and I used to spend hundreds of euros a month. At this point, years later, of course, most of those products either expired or I decluttered them and gave them to someone else. It totally was not money well spent. And we will talk about money a little bit later. But yeah, I was thinking about makeup for way too much. Then I went on the no buy, and I still kept thinking about makeup, of course, because it was still a huge part of my content, but I didn't think about buying it that much. But after I quit my no buy year, I kinda got back to the same buy mindset. I don't anymore allow myself to buy absolutely everything. That's the difference. And I do consider the purchase really well, which is of course a good thing, but I still do scroll brand websites. I may watch the same video about same Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks for multiple times because I want to buy one lipstick. So yes, of course I'm doing now way better than before my no buy year. If I was in that before no buy year mindset, I would just go and buy all of the Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. But then also I do think about the makeup that I'm going to wear each day too much. I'm sure you have heard of that closet full of clothes but nothing to wear situation, and I feel that sometimes I do have that same thing with makeup. I cannot decide what lipstick I'm going to wear, I cannot decide what eyeshadow I'm going to wear, and Project Pan can help with that. However, sometimes it still happens that I cannot decide which eyeshadow I should be wearing today out of my project pans, or should I combine eyeshadows that I am panning? Should I combine a lipstick I'm focusing on with an eyeshadow I am focusing on? I just feel that thinking about makeup and thinking about what I'm going to wear, it takes too much of my energy. And that's another thing, I own too much makeup. If I really need to think about hard every day what makeup I'm going to be wearing, I think it shows that I own too much of it. And I don't even have a huge collection if you compare to beauty YouTubers in general. A lot of beauty YouTubers have drawers full of makeup. I don't. I used to have back in the days, but not anymore. I filmed a makeup inventory a couple of months ago and I will link it down below. However, I will say that I have changed my mind about the amounts I want to have. So previously I thought that I want to have different options in almost every single category. So for example eyeshadows, I wanted to have different eyeshadow colors, same goes to lipsticks. And I will say, I will probably never be someone who only has like one nude lipstick, because that is something where I still like to change the color. But then also, when it came to stuff like complexion products, I wanted to have different options. For example, foundation. I thought that I do want to have a natural foundation for every day and something full coverage for filming and special occasion. But now I'm starting to question myself, like, do I really need to have two different foundations for different occasions? Why couldn't I just find one foundation that will work for everything? So I have noticed that I have started to question this need to have multiple options. Or another example, I have been thinking that I need to have two setting sprays in my collection. Each day that I'm going to set my face, I need to make the decision about the setting spray I'm going to wear. I feel that maybe at this point I would like to eliminate that decision making out of my everyday. In a lot of categories I would like to move to the place where I would have only one of each product in my collection. Also, at this point I want to get to a place where my entire makeup collection would fit into one makeup bag. This is something that I talked about in a recent Chatty Get Ready With Me video. I will need to move my stuff from this room, so I do have here my vanity and wardrobe, to our bedroom, and my son, who is now sleeping in our bedroom, will move to this room. So at that point, when my makeup collection will move to the bedroom, I want to have my makeup in one makeup bag, so that if I need to do my makeup early in the morning and my husband is still sleeping, I can easily just grab the makeup bag and go do my makeup in the bathroom. I actually do have the makeup bag that I want to be able to fit my makeup collection in. This is something that I thrifted. I just loved this. I think this is so beautiful. I love the color, and this is good size too. But of course, if this is where I want to get my entire makeup collection, I cannot have multiple options and duplicates. So it might sound like a big change, but that is the direction that I want to start going towards. Okay, then let's talk about the financial aspect of makeup. As I said, back in the days I used to spend hundreds of euros in a month to makeup. I don't do that anymore, but I still think that in general I do spend more what I would like to spend on makeup. So at this point of my life, I am a full-time student with 2 small children. My children are 2 years and another one is 8 months. My husband is on a paternity leave. With the 8-month-old, he is also unemployed at the moment because the company he worked for went bankrupt. However, he has gotten a new job that he will start after the paternity leave. Then I do work occasionally in a clothing store with 0 hours based contract. And when I say it aloud, it does not really sound like a lifestyle where purchasing a lot of makeup, specifically high-end makeup, is sustainable. And even when my studies go a little bit further and I will start my internship, which hopefully will be a paid one, and when I graduate, it's not too far away, and then I will hopefully get a nice new job that pays well. Even at that point, I will have other financial priorities than splurge on makeup. I will need to pay off some debt, like I have had to take student loan, we do have a mortgage, we do have a renovation loan. I also do want to invest so that I'm in a more financially secure place in future. And when it comes to spending money, I will need to prioritize my home and my family. Also, traveling is something that we would like to do. Makeup is not something that I do want to splurge on. I will need to make the decision if I'm just going to go with the €5 Essence foundation or if I'm going to buy a €50 Charlotte Tilbury foundation. The price difference of those products is so huge. And when I think about all of the things that I could do with that €45 of price difference, there is a lot of things that I could do with that money. Anyways, a lot of drugstore brands do amazing makeup products, like Catrice and Essence. Sometimes the packaging might be not that great, but the product itself often is really good. And when I get it to my face, no one is going to know if I'm wearing that €5 foundation or €50 foundation. This also is about like this tough aspect, but I just don't necessarily want to have a routine with so many products. I have accumulated a lot of products and of course I want to use them up, but in future I really want to think if this product is even something that should be part of my routine. Because last time when I filmed an empties video, I was so overwhelmed with the amount of products that I had just finished in a couple of months. It felt crazy. I just want to simplify my makeup routine and my beauty routines in general. And I don't want to spend that much money on makeup. So those were my no-buy reasons, but let's still quickly go over the rules. So first, it is a beauty replacements only no-buy, and replacements only means that I need to finish everything in that category in order to be able to purchase a new one. There might be some exceptions, but those are really few. But for example, in summer, if I finish a foundation that matches, and then I do have a foundation that is just way too pale to use, if I have tan, of course I'm allowed to buy a foundation that matches. For the most part, I will need to use up everything that I have in that category in order to buy a new one. Of course, I can buy the product a little bit in advance, but not too much. Like, I cannot go and buy something that I'm maybe going to finish in 2 months, but when I'm only having like few uses left, at that point I can go and make the repurchase. So a replacements only no-buy like that. And the second rule is that it's going to last the entire rest of the year. So my birthday, which will be coming in June, Black Friday, Christmas, holiday season, all of that. It's good to be on a no-buy when it is a sale or party season, because that is a time when I do get more tempted. I need to think about it again when the year changes. Most likely I will continue the no-buy with several categories like lip products, eyeshadows. It won't help anything if I'm going to do a year-long no-buy, but then after that go and purchase multiple things to fill my collection back in. So downsizing is the goal at this point, and because of that, most likely I will continue at least with certain categories after this year. But for now, I'm committing to the rest of 2024. The last rule or thing that I want to mention is that perfume at this point is excluded from this no buy. That is a category where I don't really have a problem when it comes to shopping, and actually I'm lacking on that category. I finished my stronger perfume early this year, so a perfume that I used to wear for things like date night, special occasion, and also during the darker seasons on everyday wear. Now I'm left with only 2 full-size perfumes, so a really soft vanilla one and then floral scent. Then I do have some perfume samples because I want to try a sample before committing to a full-size perfume. But I feel I'm covered with perfume for spring and summer. However, when fall comes, I feel I don't necessarily have a perfume that I would like to wear. So I am allowed to purchase perfume samples and 1 or 2 full-size perfumes after I have tried a sample. That is really everything for this video. I'm sorry if it came across negative, but I just wanted to be completely honest with you and with myself. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a no-buy. Let me know if you want to see updates to this. I'm kinda on the hence if I want to do updates. I think I want to, and if I need to buy a replacement I want to mention it, but I'm kinda not sure if I should do sit down videos like this or if I should just talk about my no-buy feelings in Chatty Get Ready with me. So if you have any opinion of that, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you on my next one. Bye bye.